What is rabies? By me, Jenica, and Tanaya. Rabies is a contagious and fatal viral disease among dogs and other mammals that causes madness and convulsions transmissible through the saliva to humans when bitten. It can nearly be deadly. The history of rabies started in the 16th century when a bat was infected in the brain and in the spinal cord. It is usually spread through a bite from a mammal. A dog is a good example because dogs may be cute, but they can get rabies at some point when bitten. Symptoms that come from bats are less likely infected carriers. Not only that, but the droppings are also infected with the rabies disease. They are suspected to be transmitted in caves, the air that's in them, which is mostly where bats populate. The rabies disease is transmitted through infected animal. As I stated before, the virus is introduced through the skin or its membrane, and it will attack the tissue within the body. Alternatively, it can directly be transmitted to the connected nerve system connecting to sensory nerve endings. Go here if you want to learn more about the history. The diagnosis for rabies. If an animal's rabies is diagnosed using the direct fluorescent antibody DFA test, which looks for the presence of rabies virus antigens in brain tissue. In humans, several tests are required. Rapid laboratory diagnosis of rabies in humans and other animals, however, is essential for timely administration of post-texture prophylaxis. The nature of rabies disease dictates that laboratory tests to be standardized, rapid, sensitive, specific, economical, and reliable. Some symptoms are fever, headache, nausea, vomiting, agitation, anxiety, confusion, hyperactivity, difficulty swallowing, excessive salivation, hydrophobia, otherwise known as fear of water, hallucination, insomnia, that's where it prevents sleep, and partial paralysis. This website right here will give more info on the causes of rabies, but some of the causes include being bitten by an affected animal, like a dog, the saliva being passed from the infected animal to the wound, if where that animal bit. Another example would be a raccoon, so I don't keep using a dog. The infected animal licking the open wound. Don't know why I put that second bell. If you want the vaccine, some side effects and symptoms would be swelling, headache, stomach pain, injection site reactions, nausea, dizziness, muscle pain, a fever above 104 degrees, weakness or prickly feeling in your fingers or your toes. And you can go here to see more of symptoms and side effects. These three websites right here can show how rabies can be prevented. Some ways to prevent getting rabies are not adopting stray or wild animals, dogs, cats, squirrels, etc. Calling a pest control person of some sort if you see an animal with rabies. And as I mentioned, you can go to these three websites right here. A way you can be cured is treatment for people bitten by animals with rabies. The shot includes a fast-acting shot, rabies immune globulin, don't know what that word says, to prevent the virus from infecting you. Part of this injection is given near the area where the animal bit you, if possible, as soon as possible after the bite. And you can find interesting facts on this website. The future for the disease, you can go here if you want to look at it, I guess. The future of the rabies disease is least likely to happen. Scientists may have already found a cure to the disease and are probably still working on it. The future for this disease is that, to me, it may not happen, but to other people, the disease just might pop up unexpectedly. And in a way, it could or could not happen. So that's the rabies presentation, and take this quiz. Bye, y'all.